marquee early season Northern 10 showdown tonight between the reigning kings of the conference trying to protect their home court against the media favorite to claim the crown. It's Undefeateds Colonel Crawford and Upper Sandusky taking the floor in a rivalry showdown. It's live, it's free, and it's coming up next.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. Ohio Eye's expertise encompasses the entire range of visual eye diseases with emphasis on LASIK, cataract surgery with laser vision correction, glaucoma, macular degeneration, corneal transplant, and diabetic eye disease. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
The two most successful programs in Northern 10 history appear to be on a collision course of deciding a league champion yet again, and we've got their first meeting of the season coming your way live and free right now. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Upper Sandusky High School. I am Brian Skowronski, joined by my running mate tonight, Mr. Jesse Ryder. And you want to talk about a strange scenario, Jesse. The home team here, these Rams, they're coming off a season where COVID-19 ended their year. They're actually riding a 25-game win streak, so you could say they got some momentum. They lost a lot of key pieces, but still, coming off a year where they didn't win the whole title, but they also didn't end their season with a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, COVID has canceled and changed a lot of records and started seasons in a different way. And starting on such a long winning streak, but not being state champions is an interesting note. But it's not quite the same team that we've seen in the past year or so. So certainly they are missing three key players. So it's going to be interesting to see how do they adjust without so many points available to them now.
That's right. Upper trying to replace three 1,000-point scores for their careers. While on the other side, the Eagles, once again, they're reloaded. They're considered the favorite to win the league, but they have rarely gotten over the Upper Sandusky hump. Just 2 wins against these Rams since the league formed in 2014. So you could say the Upper, they've got the mental edge.
Yeah, certainly. There's not a lot better than high school rivalry basketball games, and I think we see that in a big conference rivalry matchup. Colonel Crawford is such a great program, year in and year out competing for the conference title, but it just continued to run into Upper Sandusky and have struggled against them, but dominated the rest of the conference. So it's interesting to see how they're going to match up tonight, because there is a little bit of that mental game of you want to win this game, but can you settle down and play the game that's made your team successful?
Off the miss at the Other end for the Eagles, Chase Walker. Here comes Upper Sandusky. Turned it over their first possession, and now it's going to be almost back-to-back turnovers to start the game. Something they were very efficient offensively a season ago, but as mentioned, this year without the likes of Evan Young, Mason Vent, Connor McCreary, I mean, there's a lot to make up for, so we'll see how some of these younger guys fit into their new roles. They do welcome back Trent Beamer, who's got the ball right here inside. Great move, and he's got the first two of the night.
Yeah, just good footwork there, just to get to the right position on the floor. Oh, bad inbounds pass right into the back of Upper Sandusky. He's going to capitalize on a quick turnover and then a quick three attempt. Got it.
That's right. It's Cade Adams, the 6-foot senior, drilling one from downtown. So 5 quick points.
Coach Sheldon is not going to like that turnover when you throw it at the back of a defender and the defender gets the ball. Your player wasn't even looking. That's a tough inbounds play that led to a big 3 points there for Upper Sandusky. But Crawford answers right back with a 3 of their own.
And that's what Carter Valentine can do. 6'5", sees right over the top of the defense, but Upper, this is what they're known for. They get up and down the floor just about faster than anybody in our area. Zach Schieffer right there with his first bucket.
Yeah, matchup-wise, they're pretty similar. Both teams have about 2 guys who 6'5", 6'6", and then some guards who can play. And I think tonight the difference for Colonel Crawford is going to be what can Mason Studer do to really kind of separate from this game. He's going to have to find some touches, not turn over the ball, and really look to get some points on the board for the Eagles.
Rebound ripped down by Smalley. Brings it into the near court here. Trying to get Carey posted up. He established nice position, and he's going to draw a foul. Carson Fickner assessed with the first personal of the night on either side. Yeah,
it's going to be a tough matchup. You know, they've got 2 guys who know how to play down low. And both players, they post up. They've got good footwork. They know where to get the ball, and then once they get the ball in that position, they are tough to stop down there.
Rams with an opportunity to get in a set. Adams inbounds. That's going to be a quick trigger. No good that time from Smalley. Valentine attacking off the dribble. Tough call, as that foul is going to go against Schieffer. Looked like he beat him to the spot, but might have been moving his feet just a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. The tough part about it, looked like Colonel Crawford kind of caught him with an elbow a little bit, but I think he was just kind of moving in the general direction. So tough call, tough foul there, but it's going to be Colonel Crawford ball underneath the basket. Studer looking to inbounds. Nice backdoor cut and the foul. Chance for a 3-point play for Colonel Crawford. Big play there.
Yeah, good looking stuff. Great cut to the basket by Valentine. Studer found him. And the Eagles pull within a bucket. Trailing now 7-5. Just about 3 minutes gone by. Great rivalry, and talking a little bit to Jeff Winslow before the game, he said it's definitely a different feeling. This place usually packed out. Said he's used to right as soon as school would end, there would be a line of people at the door at about 3:30, 4 o'clock trying to get those front row seats. So, you know, like we already talked about, COVID's changed a lot of things, and certainly the environment here tonight, not normally what you would see between these two.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, luckily we get to do it live and free. It's online, so even bigger online audience tonight, watching some great basketball, probably 2 of the best around here. Battling out here. It's going to be a big game tonight. You know, both teams. So if you're going to play for either one of these coaches, you better be in shape. Watching them get up and down the floor, I mean, you got to get forward on offense, get back on defense, and it's just sprinting constantly. So you better be in shape to play for either one of these teams.
Substitution. They take some size out. Does Upper. They're going to put Beamer over on the bench.
Beamer picked up his 2nd foul pretty early in the contest. Those are big minutes. He's going to have to sit down for a little bit. Try not to pick up that 3rd foul. Oh, looks like the referee didn't call the foul. A lot of contact trying to go up, but no foul called. But losing Beamer early on, that's going to be tough to overcome for Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, it certainly is, especially against a player as physical as Chase Walker is. And like you noted, he probably deserved a foul call battling in the paint there just moments ago. Studer assessing. Looks like the Rams dropping back in his own defense. Leaves an open look. Front iron. And Walker's going to get another foul call. This time it's against Schieffer. And quickly, Upper Sandusky's got 4.
Yeah, Chase Walker has just been everywhere on the offensive end. He's not necessarily getting the touches down low, but he certainly is creating havoc. Difficult to rebound for Upper Sandusky, especially without Trent Beamer in the game right now. Chase Walker is just able to find that lane to the rim and grab rebounds, and that offense is just running right through him.
Studer, another quick trigger. This time he splashes it home. shooting 50% from beyond the arc entering tonight through 3 games. He certainly is a sharp shooter, and Adams turns it over.
I've had a chance to play a little bit against Mason Studer, and he is a quick player. I mean, so smart with the basketball, and just knows how to get to the right spot, and he can knock down open shots, and we saw that there on that possession. 1 for 2 tonight, keeping that season average at 50%. That's huge.
Averaging about 13 points per game, and how about that dime right there on the money? Brock Ritzkop with the bucket.
Certainly he can finish, but it's his passing ability I think really sets him apart. You know, it takes a special player to be a good shooter, a good ball handler, and then to dish passes like that and get those assists. I mean, that's just a special type of player.
Bit of a bailout right there. Smalley did go hard to the rim. Didn't look like a ton of contact. Might have got bumped on the body. And the foul will go against Walker. His first second team foul against the Eagles. Smalley's first free throw attempt of the season. And he sends it home.
Yeah, Jackson Smalley, who has a varsity letter last year as a freshman. So that's an impressive accolade when you are a freshman varsity player on a team like Upper Sandusky had last year. So expect to see some good minutes out of him tonight after he gets to kind of see more of the court now with those 3 seniors gone.
And it was such a fun team to cover last year. 24-1. They lost their season opener against a really good Willard team. Ripped off 24 consecutive wins, got all the way to the regionals. They were set up. They're going to play the number 1 team in the state, Lima Shawnee, undefeated. Never got that opportunity. And now this just their second game back to the hardwood since their season ended last year. As Studer this time hit the rim a couple times, wouldn't drop home.
Yeah, another good look. He's getting a lot of good looks right at the corner of the top of the 3 right there. Ooh, in and out by Carey.
And that's something I don't think he really had in his game last year. Confidently stepped up and shot that triple.
Just see Studer drawing 4 players there for Upper Sandusky. Kicks it out. Open 3 again for Colonel Crawford. Mason Studer, I think, already has 3 or 4 assists on the night already.
Nolan McKibben able to gun it down. Gives the Eagles their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 4. As bodies going down onto the hardwood. Timeout taken. Heads-up play by Carey. So Upper Sandusky with the TO. Down by 4. Talk things over with head coach Jeff Winslow. And, man, how good has he been since taking over this program? Not exactly sure what year, but they have won the Northern 10 Championship last year. 2018, 2017, 2016. And as mentioned, the league just started up. The first year of basketball was 14-15. Colonel Crawford won it that first season in existence. Only one other team, Jesse, has won a Northern 10 title.
My. A little Thursday night trivia. I like it.
So for you folks at home watching on Facebook and YouTube, weigh in. Do you know who is the only other team to win an N10 championship other than Upper and Colonel Crawford?
Almost go Winford. I see Carey in there as well. I don't know a lot about Carey, but I know they've had some good teams recently. Oh, I have to go one of those. I'll probably choose Winford. We'll see. Get your guesses in on Facebook. Tell me if I'm wrong. I may not know. It's a big 3 by Upper Sandusky.
Corner 3 from Levi Lamb. Draws the Rams back within a point. Foul right at about midcourt. It's going to be the 5th on Upper. So just 2 more puts Colonel Crawford at the line for a 1-and-1. And sometimes those can loom large in games like this.
Yeah, teams that are well-conditioned like this, you know they're going to be knocking down free throws. I mean, this is something the coaches are going to be practicing and ready for. So you certainly got to keep these teams off the free throw line to be able to give away free points like that. Looking to try and trap Mason Studer. He just dribbles right out of it.
Yeah, very poised ball handler. Strong move in the paint. Lost the handle as he went into 3 different Ram bodies.
Be a lot of contact there. Referees thought it was all ball, and that's where we're going to play. Another 3 attempt by Carey and knocks another one down.
Big time stuff right there from your center, listed at 6'6". And he gives Upper the lead back. His first 3 of the night.
If you've got a 6'6" guy at this level that can make shots, that is huge. If you can knock down open 3s out there, he's got a good post game. You know, they've got multiple players who can score multiple ways and that are just tough to defend.
Love the quick hands right there, looking like Aladdin with the theft Back at the other end, Carey came up short with that one, tipped out. And last touch by Adams.
Trent Beamer checking back into the game. He's got 2 fouls. This could be some vital minutes here for Upper Sandusky. You obviously want your star player in the game. You know he's capable of scoring lots of points. But picking up that 3rd foul could see him sit the entire 2nd quarter.
Thank you to our fantastic sponsors, Kimmel Corp, for sponsoring tonight's instant replays, and they'll be sponsoring all of our Upper Sandusky boys replays throughout the season. Wilson Tires on our scoreboard. Back-to-back turnovers. Ritzhop makes them pay.
The referees are calling a lot of fouls outside the three-pointer, but once it gets in the paint, it is just a physical matchup right now. Not a lot of fouls either way. Calling it pretty close in the at half court, but inside the paint, anything goes so far.
Lofty 3, missed over the top. Beamer fighting, but it's out of bounds. It's going to be Eagle basketball.
Upper Sandusky in a good full court press right now, just trying to put some pressure on, create a little bit of turnovers against Colonel Crawford.
And Carey right back into the lineup. Adams is going to get a quick breather.
Upper Sandusky dropping into, looks like just a one-man ball press here. Everybody else sitting back in the key. Just trying to make it difficult for Studer right now. Not let them get a head of steam to get to the basket easily. They're going to put some pressure on the top of the key.
Let the freshman go, expend some energy on the minutes while he's in the game. Back iron this time. Cleared by the Rams. Nice ball fake. Darris had a shot blocked by Walker, but right into the hands of Carey.
Carey's just knocking down shots. I mean, whenever he's touching the ball, he's getting open looks right now. If you're Colonel Crawford, you got to get him out of those spaces a little bit, make the shots a little more difficult, contest those shots. You can't give away easy buckets to a guy like that.
Had a great season opener and a win over Galleon. Really lopsided win, too, 64-47. Gavin, 13 points, 9 boards. 2 great big physical presence inside for Upper Sandusky. This is a great matchup, of course, with Walker and company on the other side for the Eagles as we're down to just 10 ticks left. Studer checking the clock. Matched up one-on-one with the freshman Darris. Valentine double team. Wow. I can't believe that call, Jesse.
Certainly, he adjusted as if he got hit. I didn't actually see him get hit, but he certainly adjusted his shot as if he got hit in the arm. Hard to see from here. Upper Sandusky certainly did not think that was the right call. 3 free throws with 7/10 of a second left in the first quarter. That is huge.
It's just the first foul against Carey, but the bigger picture is it's 16 fouls. So the very next defensive foul against Upper in the second quarter is going to send the Eagles to the line. This is a great free throw shooting team so far this season. 76% for Crawford.
Yeah, Carter Valentine just calmly stepping up, just knocking down 3 of 3 at this point now. Just big 3 points to switch the momentum here, giving Colonel Crawford the lead 19-17 at the end of the first quarter.
We'll take a quick timeout. You are watching live and free high school basketball exclusively on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. Call today and schedule your first session. First in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
Just a 1-point game here at Upper Sandusky. The Rams trailing here at home, and a lot of points to make up for, Jesse, when you look at the likes of those 3, Vent, Young, and McCreary.
Absolutely. Those are some big time. To have 3 1,000-point scorers on one team, I mean, that's
in the
almost
same graduating class.
That's almost unheard of. I'd have to really dig in the record books to see the last time that happened. locally, if ever locally, and then even around the state. That's such an uncommon, amazing statistic.
And as I dive now into the Facebook comments, I see a couple of correct answers. Richard and Lori, you are correct. Mohawk won the championship just a couple of seasons ago. They went undefeated in the league. It's pretty awesome stuff.
Nice. Well, I was wrong. It was the one time today, so what a moment. We can all celebrate it together online.
Little piece of humble pie for Jesse here at Live and Free.
I even guessed
Report.
2 teams in the trivia answer. A 10-team conference. I knew it wasn't these 2. I guessed 2. Still not right. That's a tough way to go down.
Also, let us know where you are watching tonight's game from. The Eagles flying here on the road right now at Upper. How are you taking in the contest on our Facebook and our YouTube? Weigh in. Let us know in the comment section.
Game has been very back and forth so far. A couple bad turnovers that led to some easy points for each team. So really, I think it's going to be who can take care of the ball better. You got to stop giving the ball to both teams. Kind of a high-powered offense, knocking down open shots, open threes, and so when you give them an extra opportunity, they take advantage of it.
And we've talked a decent deal so far about the 3,000-point scores of Upper Sandusky. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Eagles just graduated 2 in the same class, so they are also making up for a couple of fantastic players throughout their careers. Gavin Feichner, Trent Finner being the 2 players that they lost, but they definitely always have a loaded cupboard. David Sheldon's done an incredible job. Been here for double-digit years now as Rick Hopp misses in the paint. But second opportunity and another block shot. Brock cannot get the bottom on that one either.
Yeah, both of these schools and teams, I mean, every year they're going to have terrific players. That's what the coaches do. They've got programs that are going to lead to really high-quality players when it comes to be their time. And so you see, you've got really talented players not playing significant minutes because they've got 1,000-point scores in front of them. And a big and one for Colonel Crawford.
And it looks like Cade Adams in a ton of pain down on the floor right now.
Can't tell if it looks like maybe an ankle. Looks like he's struggling with that left leg. It looks like a little bit. Certainly there's some pain going on.
Good sign he's at least trying to get up on his feet. And boy, do they need Cade this year. He was such a bright spot. He was a junior varsity player as a junior. Halfway through the season last year, they brought him up, and they found out, boy, he can really shoot the heck out of the basketball. He developed over the second half of the season, and he came into this year very confident. He was their leading scorer in the opening game, 18 points, and this would be a huge loss for them just because they're so young at the other guards.
Yeah, certainly still in some pain. He is able to walk off the court there, but certainly in some pain on that left foot, maybe left ankle, looks like. I can't quite tell from here, but trainer's going to take a look at him and see what's going on. But Mason Studers are going to look to convert that three-point play. What a great first half he's had. Knocked down an open 3, a couple great assists, some steals. I mean, just kind of an all-around player leading the Eagles right now.
Cannot get his 6th point, though, here of this opening half. As the Rams come back to the other end, trailing by 5. Uppers thought better of a couple of three-point opportunities. Still looking to swing it around the perimeter.
Trying to find a little bit of that post action. You know, when you got guys like Beamer and Carey, you got to be leery of where they are offensively. And there they just kind of clear house and let them drive right in for the easy layup.
The sophomore Smalley getting all the way to the 10. And that's what they can do when they bring you out on that 1-4 look. They set the screens at the elbows, and it opens things up in the paint.
Yeah, both of the big bodies, they know how to use their big bodies, so they're going to make it difficult to kind of cover the ball. If they're not getting the ball, good defense by Carey. They're able to close out and make that a difficult shot.
Yeah, it was. Walker had to switch it to the left hand, so it's a one and done for the Eagles. And Upper trying to close a little bit closer here. Carey couldn't go up and make the grab, though. So it's going to be another Ram turnover. They already got a couple here in this quarter.
Sandusky going back to their full court press now. Kind of a 2-1-2 press.
And that's what they do. That's what they've been known for with Jeff Winslow. I mean, they love to get up and down the floor. Last year, I believe that they were averaging over 80 points per game as Beamer. That was a heck of a block shot, and Gutsy too, Jesse, with the 2 fouls.
Absolutely, yeah. And we talked about the 2 fouls and how key is to be in on the offensive end, but if you can make a defensive play like that, that's a good block. It's close to being a foul, but that's a good block.
I like the thought there from Schieffer, but could not connect, and then Studer makes him pay end-to-end. Quick layup.
Oh, Beamer was wide open. He missed him underneath. Ooh, in and out. Looks like no shot anyways, but I think he just missed Beamer's cut to the middle there. Just see the speed of Mason Studer on that replay there. Just so fast, just blows by. Sometimes just your quickness and speed can kind of create that opening for a wide open layup.
Good minutes for Holden Darris, the freshman, heading over to the bench now. For another look inside, and the entry pass has been a problem for the Rams tonight.
Yeah, that pass wasn't on there. Certainly Walker had him in front and was not going to get beat over top there. So you can't force it. I know how good they are offensively, but you can't force it.
And how about another Upper Sandusky turnover? Jeff Winslow obviously can't be loving that out there.
Yeah, that's the one. So if you're playing hard and it's just a tip play or something, but it was an unforced. There wasn't a lot of pressure. Nobody's on the ball, and they just dribbles it out of bounds. That's a tough turnover for the Rams.
So he wants a 30-second timeout. Settle down his guys, talk things over. And here early in the season, Upper, they've had a lot of limitations in terms of trying to get some action against other teams. I think they've had 3 games canceled or rescheduled already, so this is just their second outing of the year. And, a tough one. You'd like to have a couple under your belt before you see the likes of David Sheldon's Eagles.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to play who's in front of you, and certainly it's one of those years where you're not guaranteed a lot of games at this point anyway, so I think they're just excited to play a conference game, but you're right. You'd like to have a little of those kinks worked out when you start to play a team of this quality.
And as we check in on the fan zone there, we see a couple of the people tuning into our broadcast, I assume from all over the country, sometimes even international fans. So again, weigh in, let us know how you are watching tonight's contest, and you may just make it onto the fan zone.
I wonder if we have any former players for either team watching tonight. We see that quite a bit. Some former players checking out the old teams, seeing where they're at now, especially there's some talented former players for both these schools out here. So if you're a former player, let us know what class you graduated in. Certainly if you're a 1,000-point scorer, let us know that too. Even if you're a 1-point scorer, you can let us know that. We're excited for all the points, but the 1,000-point ones, those are the big ones.
Nice look inside. Valentine spins it in. And we've seen that exact play work out for them twice now.
Yeah, they've run an inbounds play really effectively so far. Great backdoor cut by Zach Schieffer.
Love the body control, too. It seemed like he floated for about an additional half second, gathered himself, got the shot to drop off the square. He's got 4 points. Valentine, no good. Another offensive rebound for Walker, and it's going to lead to an open look. Eagles can't connect. McKibben with the miss, but more opportunities. Bodies flying everywhere.
Looks like Upper Sandusky tried to call a timeout. One referee saying didn't have the ball. A little bit of confusion here.
So it should be Eagles ball as we see the Kimmel Corp replay. Coach Sheldon demanding an explanation.
Well, one referee has pointed it was Colonel Crawford. Oh, it's quite confusing here. They were pointing it was Colonel Crawford ball and then gave it to Upper Sandusky, and Coach Sheldon obviously has got some questions about what just happened. I think everyone does. I don't know that even the referees were on the same page there.
Just a little home cooking, but Valentine with the pick. Back the other way. He's got the lay-in.
Some full court press here by Eagle. I know they pulled it off a little bit. Thought it was going to be difficult to get the ball in, but Eagles just get back in their half-court set.
Biggest advantage of the night for either side. It's a full touchdown right now for Crawford. As Beamer from the foul line dongs it. Back iron. Able to collect his own miss, though. Such a great matchup, Beamer and Chase Walker. Two bigs that are just highly athletic. Carey again, another 3-ball. Second opportunity. Schieffer came up short. Cleared by Walker.
A lot of contact underneath there. Both players kind of looking at each other, looking at the referee, see what's going to happen. They just let it play.
Studer end-to-end.
Just so quick into the rim there. I mean, just a heads-up play. Saw the lane, cut through it, and finish at the rim.
Smalley looking for the response at the other end. Spinning now with the kick out. Beamer stepping on the end line, so Rams give it away. Eagles with a couple of players checking in.
A couple of bad turnovers for the Rams in some of their half-court sets there, whether it's the post pass or guys not catching the ball, or a guy like Beamer just had a foot on the line there, getting caught out of bounds. That kind of leads to that 9-point lead for the Eagles. Oh, Eagles almost did the same thing, just some careless inbounds plays.
Valentine floater. Walker trying to clean up the mess. The glass man, but he missed it. And now Carey rips it down, double team, and the foul 90 feet away from the basket.
Walker just kind of created so many second chances. Unfortunately, the Eagles have not converted a lot of those offensive rebounds he's picked up. But he's down there. He's battling. He's getting the ball. And then the Eagles just missing some easy shots down low.
Colonel Crawford with 6 offensive rebounds already in this first half.
I'd say Chase Walker's got to probably have just about all of those, I would think.
He has certainly been patrolling the lane so far tonight.
Nick Studer has done well to get to the rim, just kind of checking to see if they're going to close him out this time. You just got to be leery of that first step. But once he gets past you, he is tough to defend. You really got to keep that ball in front of you defensively.
Crossover by Valentine. Took a bump on the floor. Should head to the line for a 1-and-1. As we're just under a minute to go here in this opening half. Brian Skowronski and Jesse Ryder with you. Upper Sandusky High School. Great rivalry showdown between the two most dominant programs in the history of the Northern 10 Conference. The defending champion Upper Sandusky Rams riding a 25-game win streak. But right now trailing by 9 at home, and the Eagles with their 7th offensive board now and a chance to reset and try to get another look or even the last shot here of the half. Yeah,
nobody boxed out the free throw shooter, Carter Valentine. He just ran and chased the ball, chased it down after his own miss, and Crawford gets another opportunity. The team it's so talented offensively, you can't keep giving them more than one look every time down the floor. That's certainly going to cost you later on. Looks like Colonel Crawford content to just kind of run the clock out here, try and just get the last attempt. Well, they're up by 9, heading into the half. Certainly you got to be pleased with that if you're an Eagles fan.
Rams send a double team and it pays off. Beamer from the backside with the theft. Now Carey, other end, jump stop. Drew a crowd. Airmailed it. Now here's Walker, secures, and that's going to take us to the end of the half. And he's got a little something to say to Schieffer. Good physical matchup and great first couple of quarters for the Colonel Crawford Eagles. They're on top, 30-21. We'll step away and we'll be back. Break down that first half. Get you ready for quarter number 3. Keep it here live and free. High school basketball will return on the OH Report. Oh, shit. I totally flipping forgot.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance.
Back here with Coach Winslow. Colonel Crawford, a little bit of a run there to give some distance in the second quarter, but other than that, what do you guys need to do second half to get back into this?
Number one, they're the aggressor. They're going and getting loose balls. They're getting rebounds, and we got to be more aggressive. Second, we got to play smarter. We catch the ball out of bounds. We took a couple bad shots. We took a shot with a guy that shouldn't be shooting a 3. Just got to play a little smarter, and then defend a little better without fouling. We got in a little foul trouble and fouled a little bit. Just clean that stuff up a little bit, and we'll go back in the game.
And offensively, what do you like about your team right now?
Well, I like the fact I think we're moving the ball really quick, but we got to learn to finish inside and we just started taking some bad shots in that second quarter, and that led to some easy runouts. We can't do that.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
now. Thanks a lot, Travis. That was Jeff Winslow, head coach, and Jesse, we got to hear what he had to say. What's your take from his take?
I agree 100%. I mean, he's got it. There's some bad mistakes, some bad turnovers that have led to a Colonel Crawford lead because they keep giving a talented offensive team the ball multiple times. And the coach was right. He goes, we got to take care of the basketball.
All right, appreciate Winslow giving us the time, and we now will step away for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Halftime show here on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. Ohio Eye's expertise encompasses the entire range of visual eye diseases with emphasis on LASIK, cataract surgery with laser vision correction, glaucoma, macular degeneration, corneal transplant, and diabetic eye disease. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
It's halftime here at Upper Sandusky High School, where Colonel Crawford right now owns a 30-21 edge through 2 quarters of play. As we take a look at the halftime stats, Jesse, and you look at the offensive rebounds right now for Colonel Crawford, and I should say 7 offensive rebounds for them, but I think that's been a big difference. Just keeping the ball down at that end, possessing and keeping Upper Sandusky out of their offense.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think there's 2 key stats. We can't see the turnovers right now, but the turnover count for Upper Sandusky and then the offensive rebounds for Colonel Crawford have certainly led to multiple opportunities for a talented Colonel Crawford offensive squad. So when you keep giving them the ball, they're going to keep finding ways to score. So Coach Winslow was right. You got to get on the glass. You got to start cleaning up some rebounds, and you got to take care of the basketball.
10 turnovers right now for Upper Sandusky, and that's really uncharacteristic of them. You'll take the turnovers when they play as fast as they do if it's coming in an aggressive play, but they've had a lot of options where they've been just trying to dump it inside, and then some careless passes. They stepped out of bounds one time, so it hasn't been good turnovers.
Well, it's game 2, right? these it feels later in the season, but it's their second game. It's just the way the kind of schedule's worked out for them right now. So it's game 2, and you're seeing some of those game 2 mistakes. There's a lot of talent on that Upper Sandusky team, and they're going to figure out a lot of this. I think right now, though, You just got to figure out in the midst of a game against a really good team, you got to take care of that basketball or they're going to make you pay.
We'll find out. Just 2 more quarters remain here at Upper Sandusky. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and we'll have an interview with David Sheldon, head coach for the Eagles. Stay tuned.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. Call today and schedule your first session. First in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
Back here with Coach David Sheldon of Colonel Crawford. Coach, you made a little bit of a run there second quarter. The faces may be different, but this is still a hard-hitting Crawford Upper Sandusky game.
Yeah, it's a very good basketball team in Upper, and defensively I thought we did a good job, limited their transition points. They're very good at getting out and about. We did a good job getting them back and getting stops that led to our offense.
You had that run to get the lead here in the second quarter. What are you going to have to do in the second half to maintain that lead?
Just got to keep guarding, and we got to take care of the ball and handle their pressure.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Really looking forward to the second half, and I've had this game circled on the calendar since we scheduled it a few weeks ago, Jesse, and just a great rivalry. And I was more intrigued to see how Upper Sandusky was going to look this year. They've had the fantastic seasons the last few, but a lot of that was because of the amazing graduating class that they had in 2020. Wanted to see what they were going to look like with the 2 big kids coming back, a lot of young guards, and right now turnovers are a big problem for them. We'll see if they can clean it up in the second half.
Absolutely. I think you're exactly right. There's a lot of minutes and points to be had for Upper Sandusky. When you replace 3 1,000-point scorers, there's obviously a reason to celebrate for that class, but at the same time, you got to figure out a way, how are you going to duplicate 3,000 points over the past couple of years?
Yeah.
So a lot of new guys taking shots, new guys getting minutes. So, Upper Sandusky's a program that's going to figure it out. I just think right now we're kind of watching them and figure it out a little bit.
And the amazing thing is, if you add up those 3 1,000-point scores, it still is not as much as John Diebler did all by himself when he played here for Upper Sandusky back in those mid-2000s. It still boggles my brain to comprehend how anyone can score over 3,000 points in a high school career.
Is there a better high school shooter? I don't know. I mean, that guy just knocked down shots from anywhere and everywhere, and man, what a time.
And you're taking a look at the fan zone right now. Oh, check us out. We're making our own fan zone. Jesse, what's up? Marsha cheering on Colonel Crawford. Appreciate you tuning in, Marsha.
So I think we had somebody watching from South Carolina, maybe Mississippi as well. So kind of all over the country right now. It's kind of a fun game to take in. If you can't be here in person, obviously you want to be a part of it still. This is a great way to do it. So the second half is underway. Upper Sandusky has the basketball, and they are looking to get back in this game, down by 9 to start the half.
And you may notice no Cade Adams on the floor for the Rams, and a quick turnover by them, so they've got 11. And that's how they started the game, too, trying to force the ball inside. They gave it over to the Eagles. See if that trend continues here in the second half as Studer, surrounded by bodies, still able to get the floater to go.
Yeah, it's a great ball fake to get open and just gets up. Nice floater above maybe 3 Upper Sandusky defenders there and just drops it in. Mason Studer having himself a nice game. 11 points, couple of assists, couple steals, just doing a little bit of everything right now.
Offensive foul. Gavin Carey, the recipient. So back-to-back giveaways by the Rams, who are now trailing by double digits for the first time tonight.
2 fouls for Carey, 2 fouls for Beamer as well. And it's impressive minutes for Beamer in the second quarter. He picked up those 2 fouls just minutes into the game, and then returned to the game at the end of the first and played. No more fouls. That's not always an easy task as a high school player.
So it's going to be trial by fire for some of these young guards. Lamb in, the sophomore, out there with Holden Darris. The freshman, Walker drives the lane. It opens up for him, and he scoops it home.
Just a solid, just takes a good first step to the basket and able to lay it in there. Chase Walker just on the offensive end, just kind of a nightmare matchup. He's everywhere. He's fast. He's athletic. He's going after the basketball. That is 3 straight turnovers for the Upper Sandusky Rams coming out of the second half to start. And there it is. There's a timeout from Coach Winslow. He's time to regroup and recalibrate here.
Probably a wise timeout since as things are starting to get away from him. Still early, of course. 7 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3, but man, can't picture a much worse start if you're a fan of Upper Sandusky, coming out, giving it away 3 straight times. And Chase Walker at the other end gets his first basket of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And we heard Coach Winslow talk about taking care of the basketball. You don't want to give a team like Colonel Crawford, easy opportunities in transition or inbounds plays there, and they're doing just that. And now the lead has gone all the way up to 13 to kind of kick off the second half.
Here's Lou Ann tuning in, proud of her family members playing. 4 of Coach Winslow's players from last year are in the stands. Cole Sowers, Evan Young, Brent Montgomery, and Cam McCreary. So some of those 1,000-point scorers that we've been talking about up here in the bleachers tonight. Austin.
Got that high mom out there. Why not? Get a little shout out, Mom.
That's our new intern, Austin, keeping our stats for us tonight. So pretty cool that 4 members of the graduating class of 2020 for the Rams who still haven't lost their last game. They finished on a 25-game win streak. Pretty cool stuff. And at their peak last year, man, what a fun team that was to watch. I covered them in person probably 7 or 8 times. Their game against Mansfield Senior, where Cam McCurry drove the length of the floor after a rebound. That's a great look. Walker missed it. Second chance goes, plus 1 more chance.
I think he missed it on purpose just to pad his stats a little bit. He got his own rebound, getting up there and rebound, especially his offensive rebound stats. I mean, he's got, I think, 4 or 5 at this point, maybe 5 or 6 now. And just the concentration that he knows he took a bad shot, got it back, took a good shot, and got fouled.
Walker was named the Defensive Player of the Year in the Northern 10 Conference for football. Colonel Crawford, arguably, well, I think you could say it was their best season of football in the history of the program. And Walker, of course, was a big part of that, though he misses the free throw attempts.
This Crawford team just has so many different ways to score. I mean, we see Mason Studerman driving to the rim all night. Carter Valentine knocking down threes, free throws, and then just the Chase Walker around the rim is just creating offensive foul on Colonel Crawford.
McKibben a bit out of control, so a break here for Upper, who I think they've got, 5 turnovers here in the third quarter, Jesse? We're not even 2 minutes in. Don't know that they've had a shot attempt yet.
Yeah, the unprecedented 5 for 5 to start the second half. Five possessions, 5 turnovers. That was not what Coach Winslow wanted to start the second half.
Yeah, that's certainly what you fear against the pressure of Colonel Crawford. They're always so good defensively on the perimeter. As Smalley comes up short with that jump shot, and it's 1 and done for the Rams. Studer to the other end. Got a chip block there from Walker. Now goes into the paint.
See just a little bit of confidence now with Colonel Crawford. They're moving the ball. They're creating open shots. They're knocking down open shots. So I think the more this Crawford team plays, the better they're going to be. And they have got some weapons offensively.
It's certainly, a lot of reasons why they were the preseason media favorite to win the N10. And for Upper, you just look at how young these guards are. You imagine they're going to be a much different team by time the tournament rolls around. But the Eagles right now killing them on the offensive boards. Studer's got an open look. And over the back is going to be the call against Ritzhop.
So it's not going down in the step, but with Chase Walker really just should get credit for another offensive rebound. Just gets up, out jumps 2 Upper Sandusky players, tips it, so he's not getting the rebound stat, tips it right to Brock, and then Studer could not knock down the open three, and it's going to be Upper Sandusky basketball now, but he's just doing everything down low. Just a monster. He's going to pick up a foul, though.
But look at the quick reflexes to get around Carey, be able to disrupt that play. I think he had a hand on the hip was the reason he was whistled for the foul. But, just a superior athlete. You don't find many kids that are his size that are as quick as Chase Walker is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can find maybe the quickness, but certainly not the basketball IQ. And right now we just see he knows what to do around the rim, and it's just making him just kind of a next-level type player. He's obviously gifted athletically, gifted with good size, but also his basketball IQ. He's making good basketball plays right now.
And the lead continues to build for Colonel Crawford as the issue snowballing right now for the Rams. As you take another look at the replay there, and the easy bucket for Valentine. Having a great night so far. 16 points, leads all scores.
Coach Sheldon frustrated with Brock there on that foul. Beamer had his back to the basket, wasn't even looking to make a move to the basket, and I think Brock just kind of wrapped his arms around a little bit and grabbed the foul. It's his third.
Beamer, excellent look inside. Carey spins it in, and that is the first points of the second half, coming nearly at the midway point of quarter number 3 here for Upper.
Yeah, what has been known as such a high-powered Upper offense, to get your first points of the half almost 4 minutes in, that's a tough statistic for Upper Sandusky.
Absolutely unheard of for them. We'll see if they can't get some momentum building in their favor. Do get the offensive rebound. Beamer just looking to take over. Carey, nice up fake. Turns inside over the left shoulder, and he's got back-to-back buckets.
Carey's just got such a soft touch around the rim, and just kind of gets it up with the right spin on and drops it in. 4 quick points for Upper Sandusky.
He's got 9 to lead Upper offensively. Studer draws the blocking foul. Went into traffic there. I think Smalley's going to be the recipient.
And Studer just does a great job of just getting in the lane and looking to make a play at the rim there. He's able to foul, or get fouled before he goes up, but just such a quick first step, gets by the defender, then a second defender has to come over and help, and he's just been finishing at the rim all night or making the right pass for the assist.
Imagine Studer's going to be in the mix for our Quest Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. Look for the replay with the winning player right after the end of regulation. And David Sheldon, a very unhappy camper here.
Yeah, I missed what the argument was. He called a lane violation. I thought so I heard him say, but I'm not sure what he's referring to.
Tried to listen to see what the official was saying. I couldn't quite make it out.
He's still referred to as a lane violation. I'm not sure what specifically he's talking about. I didn't quite see it in the play, I guess, but nonetheless, it's Upper Sandusky basketball. Just over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Upper Sandusky down 13, 25-38.
Rams with some nice ball movement here, about 7 passes, then get an open look, and Jackson Smalley buries it. Timeout, Eagles, as the pendulum swinging a little bit now in favor of Upper Sandusky, as they've got the last 3 buckets, and the sophomore with a big dagger right there from outside.
Yeah, basketball can be it's just a quick game of momentum back and forth. It felt like Colonel Crawford was going to pull away and could win this one big, and all of a sudden Upper Sandusky, couple stops, couple turnovers that went their way, and then they made some shots at the other end, and now they're just down by 10 with just a couple minutes left in the third.
Colonel Crawford looking for just their 3rd win against Upper Sandusky in 13 tries since the Northern 10 League got started. And like you mentioned in the pregame, they pretty much handled everybody else in the league. So this has been the only hurdle that they have not been able to figure out how to clear. Right now, double-digit lead. But it's dwindling here, Jesse. But Eagles look like they're in for, maybe their 3rd win in the rivalry.
Yeah, and the players are aware of that statistic. Certainly for Colonel Crawford, you're aware of that statistic of how many times you've played them and how many times you've won. And how many good teams you've had that have come out with a loss to Upper Sandusky. So this is a big game for the Eagles. It's kind of one of those statement games to really get out there and prove you're the best in the conference and in the area as well.
2 of the Eagles' 4 losses last year, they won a district championship as that set up two-handed throwdown. Get out the way, Walker.
Yeah, that's a great dunk. That's an impressive pass too. Spin move, drops it off on the block there, and Chase Walker just gets up and gets down with that basketball.
Smalley off the drive, floater. Trickles in off the front of the rim. He's starting to heat up a little bit. 9 points tied with Carey for the team high. Quick pull-up jumper back at the other end.
Carter Valentine, just a smooth jump shooter. I mean, just when he gets open, looks at threes, his free throw line, just got a good-looking shot out there.
Yeah, he's a tough mismatch at 6'5" on the perimeter. Carey working hard inside. He's into double figures now.
The pace of the game is picked back up. You know, in the first opening minutes of the second half, it felt a little slower, and all of a sudden we're back and forth again. Big three, back-to-back buckets by Carter Valentine.
Woo!
Knocking down shots left and right now.
So Carter, 21 points, leads all scorers. The junior heating up here in the third.
I know it's early, Brian, but picking the player of the game tonight, there are 3 players for Colonel Crawford who certainly are making their case to be player of the game. It is going to be a difficult choice tonight.
Carey forced out off the block, tries the jumper. Beamer inside, offensive board, working hard in that paint. He's going to head to the free throw line for a couple.
It's going to be 4 fouls on Brock Hitzpop as well.
There's another look at the two-handed throwdown by Walker. Something that he's had in his game really since he was a sophomore. 3-year starter for the Eagles. So Beamer knocks down the first.
Carson Feichner checking back in, and Nolan McKibben checking back in for the Eagles as well. Brock Hitzpop taking a seat now with 4 fouls.
And Beamer misses the second. He's 2 for 4 now on the season. Heat check.
He was fouled, though. A good-looking shot there. Just a quick pull-up. And just jumped right into him was Zach Schieffer on a 3-point try. We've seen Carter Valentine knocking down some free throws early. So these are big buckets here for the Eagles.
And that's 4 fouls now on Schieffer. Rams, of course, already missing Cade Adams, who got hurt in the first half. So they are thin at guard as it is. Got a freshman and a sophomore already playing some heavy minutes. As Valentine drains the second.
Gavin Carey's checked back into the game. He's had 2 breaks tonight for a total of probably about 21 seconds.
That's right, I noticed that.
He comes in, he sits down, he gets up and goes back in.
But that's to be expected. I mean, only 2 players back on this team that really logged significant minutes. Well, I guess you could say 3, but Adams unavailable, it seems, here for the rest of this game. So the 2 big guys in the lineup for Jeff Winslow, I mean, they're probably going to have to go the rest of the way, provide a lot of scoring for the Rams here if they want to get back in it. But here's the theft. Going back the other way, Walker with the dunk. Look out below.
Coast to coast, just grab. I mean, they basically threw it to him. Runs the floor and just puts it in for that easy dunk at the rim. Eagles are starting to run away again. This game has just been back and forth a little bit. You felt like Upper Sandusky was getting back in the game, and now Colonel Crawford is up by 16 with just over a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, in a blink of an eye, they stretch it right back out.
See just a big battle underneath between Beamer and Valentine, or Walker, excuse me. Just battling, just big bodies going at each other. Beamer coming up short on the jumper there.
Another rebounds pulled in by Walker. And the Eagles with still 45 seconds. Of course, they'd love to get the last shot of the quarter.
And we've seen this each of the first 2 quarters. Colonel Crawford tries to hold on the ball at the last minute, just get a good shot off, and the last shot off. Sandusky's increasing their pressure. I thought maybe a foul by Beamer there. Certainly grabbed a little bit of the arm, but the referee lets it go.
Crawford has such good guard play that it's so tough to defend them at the end of quarters because they spread you out. Of course, you don't want them to hang on and drain off the last 50 seconds and get the last shot, but it opens up the lane too. So, tough challenge right now for Upper Sandusky, particularly on the perimeter.
Yeah, Carter Valentine is such a tough matchup. He can finish down low. He's got a good jump shot. He's knocking down open threes. He's quick with the basketball, and he is just doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Throw a double team Studer's way. Has to pick up his dribble, but finds Walker. There's open bodies under the hoop. Feichner was right there, but tipped away.
Suter with a heads-up play to not get a jump ball there. I mean, Upper Sandusky with a lot of pressure on the basketball, trying to get it back there for one more possession to end the third quarter here. He just spins out of it, gives it up. It's going to stay Colonel Crawford basketball right under their own basket.
Some mopping action going on right here.
Eagles have really created some separation here in the third quarter.
The ball maybe hit a puddle in the hallway. I'm not sure. They had to dry it off there, but it's going to be Colonel Crawford basketball. 9 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Carey stepping out, trying to guard Studer. Delivers the bump. 16 foul now for the Rams. So this is the exact same situation that we saw in the first half, where the Eagles are going to head into the second half of the second period of the half, I should say. And they'll be going to the line a lot. Studer turns it over. Carry from 3/4 court, cannot connect, but it is a deep hole for Upper Sandusky as we head to the fourth with the Eagles on top, 49-33. You're watching high school basketball, live and free exclusively on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. Call today and schedule your first session. First in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
It's a 49-33 edge for Colonel Crawford as we open up quarter number 4, and there is Cade Adams over on the sideline, missing his left shoe. He is icing, so hopefully he has a speedy recovery and can return to the floor. He is arguably their most dynamic playmaker, Jesse, so they are missing him a lot and certainly missing his ability to stretch the floor. He shoots it so well from 3, so that's a big loss for the Rams.
Absolutely, yeah. And minutes are going to be interesting to kind of divvy up now. They got Gavin Carey with 3 fouls. You got to battle back. You got to take care of the basketball. So it's going to be a tough fourth quarter here for the Rams. Down 16 to start the fourth. So they're going to need to make some shots, take care of the basketball, and you've got to get some stops against a talented Colonel Crawford team.
Yeah, certainly they're going to have to try to slow down this Eagles offense. They do hold them to a one and done, and they got numbers here. 4 on 3. But the Eagles somehow, some way, hold them off. Walker going in. It looked like it was going to be his 3rd dunk of the night. Beamer with the hard foul. And probably the smart move right there. You cannot let him just keep dunking on you like he has been.
Yeah, it's a good foul to not let him. You have to be physical enough where he can't make the shot, but also you don't want to pick up an intentional foul there. So tough play by Beamer. Walker just gets right up. It's just business as usual for him. He's used to taking those shots like that. See if he can knock down some free throws.
First one goes home for Walker.
In that attempt, he looked over and said something, whether to his teammate or to Upper Sandusky, I don't know, but you could see him kind of mouth something. Looked like maybe his teammate responded, so maybe just giving a free throw tip in the mid-form. I don't know what it was, but certainly there was something said there.
And the Eagles, just such a strong second-half team so far this year. You saw what they did in the third quarter heading into tonight. They had been more than doubling up their opponents in the third. Been outscoring their opponents by 22 points so far in the fourth quarter as well. So this is a team, once they get things going in the second half, it's all downhill for the opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. They're well conditioned. They've got some depth. Guys are coming in. They're playing the right players. I think Studer, Valentine, and Walker have all played just about the whole night tonight. But this is what they live for, is this moment right here. Got a little chippy underneath. You see the referee having a little words with Walker and Beamer and Feichner as well for Colonel Crawford.
Get our first look at Drayton Burkhart, senior checking in off the bench for the first time tonight. He's going to spell out McKibben. And you just see the youth for the Rams at the guard positions. Just too many turnovers for them tonight. And then the Eagles at the other end. been pretty good offensively.
This Colonel Crawford team, they certainly can play. It'd be fun to see them match up against a team like Shelby, who we've said is probably one of the best teams in the area as well. They're pretty similar in how they play and the style of players. Drayton Burkhart, one shot attempt, 1-3, 1 minute in the game. What an entrance.
Fresh off the bench, gunslinging. Forces a timeout from Jeff Winslow. Biggest lead of the night for either side. It's Crawford on top by 20. Looks like they're going to shake a little bit of the monkey off their back of Upper Sandusky, who, boy, they've just really owned the run of play against Crawford, who was able to beat them 2 seasons ago once, but before that, it was a long stream of Rams wins, so looks like might be end of that streak tonight, Jesse.
Absolutely. What's interesting, both of these teams have some good young players, too, so this game's going to be good next year as well. You look at Mason Studer and Carter Valentine for the Eagles, and then Trent Beamer, big junior. I mean, he's one of the biggest guys out there and only a junior right now. So this game is going to be fun for years to come as we watch some of these young guys get some minutes. And what a great rivalry. Certainly, Colonel Crawford looks like going to get the nod tonight. But, man, they can play some basketball. They can score some buckets. I'm struggling with my player of the game, Brian. I don't know. There are 3 guys out there vying for player of the game for Colonel Crawford right now.
Certainly, I believe it's going to come down to Studer, Walker, and Valentine. So let us know in the comment section. Weigh in. What do you folks at home think? Who should be our Quest Federal Credit Union player of the game tonight? Some nice options for Colonel Crawford. If Upper Sandusky does something crazy and comes back here, obviously they're going to get a guy in the mix. But Eagles just probably too poised here tonight with these veterans. Just too big a lead to overcome.
And they're still making shots right now. Upper Sandusky has not really slowed down the Colonel Crawford offense. They've got multiple ways to score. They got a guy who comes off the bench, plays a couple seconds, and knocks down a big 3. I mean, it's just the type of night for Colonel Crawford right now.
Rams showing some nice pressure defensively here.
Colonel Crawford's really in no hurry to take a shot right now either. 6 minutes left in the game. They got a 20-point lead. Just take care of the basketball is what Coach is saying. Get a good shot if you want, but take care of the basketball.
That's exactly what they're doing. About 30 seconds off the clock. Leads to an open look. Valentine collects his own miss. Into the paint. Walker switches to the left hand in midair and goes off glass for 2 more. He's in double figures now.
Another Upper Sandusky turnover. That's going to be a talking point at practice tomorrow for the Rams. Holden Darris right through his hands. They've had a couple of those tonight, just kind of right through the hands type turnovers, and that's what's tough. That's kind of a young player turnover where you're looking to kind of catch it and go to the rim before you catch the ball, and you end up just letting it slip through your hands into the stands there. That's tough to see if you're a coach, but it's game 2. Upper Sandusky is still a good team. They just got some things to figure out, some minutes to figure out, and a little pregame jitters maybe a little bit for some of the younger players here.
It's now 19 turnovers for the Rams. 9 of those coming in the second half as Chase Walker once again puts the aerial display right off the glass right there. Switches to the left hand on back-to-back possessions. Wild shot, well off the mark from Smalley. Valentine attacking. Kicks it out. Burkhart again. Can he make it 2 for 2? He will. Splish, splash. Drayton Burkhart.
He's getting in that conversation with player of the game right now. He's come in and shoot 1,000%. Knock down all the 3s you take. I like it, Burkhart. I like it.
Instant offense like a Keurig fresh off the bench. Spinning inside. Beamer comes up short.
Walker just owning the rebounds at both ends of the floor now. Just being the most athletic guy out there. His positioning's good. And he just goes and gets the basketball. Open 3 for Valentine.
Wow.
Got it. It is a 30-point lead for the Colonel Crawford Eagles.
And Jeff Winslow wants to talk things over. Another Upper Sandusky timeout. And that's just flat disgust on his face. And flat out pure shooting at the other end. Carter Valentine. He's got 26 now, Jesse.
20. He's got all sorts of different ways to get that 26. He's hit 3s, he's hit free throws, jump shots, layups. I mean, he's been all over the offensive end, scoring in so many different ways. Who would have guessed to see Upper Sandusky come out with 12 points almost near the end of the second half? And just a tough night for them offensively. A lot of turnovers, not making a lot of shots so far tonight, and it's not quite been the Upper Sandusky team we're used to seeing.
No question, and already touched on it a couple of times, but Cade Adams, the senior guard, knocked out of the game tonight. It appears that he's got a ankle or foot injury, so some of these players that have checked into the lineup, like Coleman and Darris, I mean, they're just freshmen. They're probably expecting, hey, when I get my 5 minutes of action tonight, you know, I'll be a good aggressive player. They're playing about 15, 20 minutes now, so just probably, you know, it's going to be good for them in the long run, but here tonight against one of the better teams that's going to show up on your schedule for the whole year, just tough all-around night for the Rams.
Yeah, certainly when you have to match up against the likes of Mason Studer, who might be one of the quickest point guards in the area, both offensively and defensively, you know, it's gonna cause some turnovers for your young team, and it's gonna leave you kind of mismatched at the other end of the floor sometimes. Here comes Burkhart. I was hoping he'd go for his third three and knock it down.
He's more of a catch-and-shoot type of guy. We'll see if the Eagles can get him an open look. Camping out in the corner. Now he drives baseline. Walker, good look. Ritzop came up short and then draws the foul. Looks like that's going to be the 7th against Colonel Crawford. We'll send Beamer down to the other end. Shoot a 1-and-1.
There's a referee warning. We saw a little bit of kind of going back and forth, and there's a warning to looks like Carter Valentine and Zach Schieffer to stop talking was the instruction. So it's a high emotional game. Carter Valentine checking out probably for the night. 26 points to wrap up the night tonight. What a great game for Carter Valentine.
And I love the love that David Sheldon just showed him. I mean, that was awesome, man. He let him know very enthusiastically what a fantastic performance he had. Because Valentine didn't force much here in the second half. He has the ability to go get a shot pretty much whenever he wanted it. He let the offense come to him and paid off in a major way. 26 points. I think he's my front runner in the clubhouse right now for player of the game.
Yeah, 26 points. I mean, that's doubling everybody else. That's a lot of points. He's so gifted offensively. You know, he's 6'5". He's a tough matchup for anybody on the floor because he's so fast, he's so athletic, and he hits open shots.
Another one and done for the Rams. Smalley has not been able to find his range here tonight from outside. He does have 9 points. Eagles just looking to kill some clock here as we're under 3 to play. Smalley comes up with a turnover. Beamer back the other way. Hard drive into the body of Burkhart. It's going to send him to the line for a couple.
That was a bad turnover by Studer. We haven't seen a lot of that tonight. Kind of got stuck in the corner and just kind of panic, throws the ball up in the middle, and Upper Sandusky read that all the way and got Beamer in on the break. Burkhart tried to take the charge, kind of, I think. It's one of those things where you want to take the charge, but also that kind of hurts sometimes.
Yeah, is it really worth it when you're up 30? And a guy that big's, right. Barreling down at you?
Coming right at you, absolutely. Mason Studer checking out of the game for the night as well. Great game from Mason Studer. Good layups, good assists, he just a little bit of everything tonight. Great game for Mason Studer.
Yeah, definitely a floor general, picking up where Trent Fenner, who just graduated last year, left off. And David Sheldon always seems to groom these point guards into, offensive generals out there on the floor. Always great poised ball handlers. And Walker keeping it going when he's got it on the block here on this side, Jesse. I mean, he's been delivering time and time again here in the second half.
Absolutely. Not a great post move, just kind of turns and kind of just bumps into Carey, but still gets the shot off. And not only does he get it off, knocks it down, and a chance for a three-point play. That's going to be 4 fouls on Carey as well.
And if we had a vote, I think Walker would probably be my runner-up. He's got to have a double-double. I don't officially have his rebound totals, but it seems like he's got about 6-7 offensive boards, plenty at the defensive end. Now he's got 15 points. Spectacular performance tonight by Chase Walker.
I think his substitution's waiting there at the line to come on in. He made his free throw. I think he was out. Maybe missed on purpose to stay in the game.
Beamer kick to the corner. Darris with a 3-ball. His first points of the night.
Walker just seems like the type of guy who just wants to play basketball, just wants to be out on the court, compete, have fun, get after it, get rebounds, and get buckets. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the mantra for Chase Walker.
He's been doing it all night long. His team still with a sizable lead, up 26 here on the road. As Walker, quick move, and again he switches to the left. He has just owned that block here in this fourth quarter. He's up to 17, and he'll check out. Standing ovation from Eagle Nation as once again Chase Walker showing off the left hand too. Every single one of his buckets here in the paint in the second half has come with that left. That's his soft hand.
Absolutely. It almost looks like the same play every time. He gets it on the block, he goes up, and you switch to the left hand, and drops it in. I mean, that's a tremendous game tonight. I mean, so many offensive rebounds, defensive stops, and then just to finish around the rim the way he did. What a great game for Chase Walker.
Maybe co-players of the game, Jesse. You might get them both up here for a little conversation.
Is it possible for 3 players of the game? That's 3 of the 5 players and players of the game. And Colonel Crawford has run away with it tonight. Another big bucket and 1 attempt.
That's McKibben. Here he is. Taking the bump to the body, certainly. Able to get the finish to drop. Lamb with the foul. First basket of the night for McKibben.
The first quarter was pretty much back and forth action. Second quarter, we saw Crawford separate a little bit. The second half has been all Crawford.
And that has been their MO throughout the season so far, as they are going to improve to 4-0. Rams dropping their first game since game 1 of last season. Their 25-game streak will come to an end tonight.
Good move by Beamer underneath. Just good footwork there, looking for the open, easy shot, and he gets the footwork right to get that shot off. Yeah, that's an impressive accolade. Obviously, the season, it didn't end with a loss, but it didn't end the way they wanted it to end. Burkhart, missed the 3 finally. Okay. There goes my vote for player of the game, and that's fine.
Still shooting 66% from the land of 3.
But, for the Rams to do what they did, I mean, that is just an impressive feat. And unfortunately, their season ended the way it did. But, I mean, what a run they have had and during that time.
Colonel Crawford, by their own right, exceptional season last year. District champions, both of these teams won their respective districts last year, got to the regional round. 47 combined wins for these two programs last year.
Wow.
Offensive board and 1. Schieffer. Still fighting here in the final minute.
Yeah, obviously, the score is not what they wanted, but there's certainly some talented players still on this Upper Sandusky team. So kind of a lopsided result tonight, but they have got some guys who can play. They're going to be all right. They're going to figure things out. Ooh, Beamer took a hard spill there. A little bit of contact.
Yeah, I certainly think Jeff Winslow, if he gets these freshmen in the practices, getting more first-team reps, if you will, with the team, let them know that they're going to be relied on a little bit more during the season. I figure that they're going to start picking up the play by about mid-season, and hopefully Cade Adams can come back and get into the mix. But just getting these freshmen acclimated with the varsity game. I mean, this is the strangest year to do it with no preseason, so it's just tough.
Yeah,
tough for the Rams.
Yeah, it's really tough to duplicate what you saw tonight in practice. When you have to face the speed of Mason Studer, and then just kind of the size and athleticism of Chase Walker, and then a guy who knocks down shots and Carter Valentine. You can't really duplicate that in practice for those guys to match up against that. So you just got to get out and you got to play some basketball, and that's what they did tonight. Obviously, not the result Upper Sandusky wanted, but you got to learn one way or another.
So the Eagles going to fly to 4-0 as they put up their biggest offensive output so far of the season, 70 points, knocking off the Rams by 26 here on the road. Big display by Colonel Crawford, and they got a big game from Carter Valentine as well as Chase Walker. We will try to get them both up here. Those will be our co-players of the game. Stick around. We'll have interviews with both of those studs on the way. You're watching live and free high school basketball exclusively on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. Ohio Eye's expertise encompasses the entire range of visual eye diseases with emphasis on LASIK, cataract surgery with laser vision correction, glaucoma, macular degeneration, corneal transplant, and diabetic eye disease. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Convincing 70-44 victory for Colonel Crawford on the road here in Northern 10 action, knocking off Upper Sandusky as we take a look at the final stats of the night. And a lot of field goals for Crawford here tonight. They got it done from outside too, and our stats appear to be a little bit off, but 13 offensive rebounds was the count, and a lot of those to Chase Walker. He was fantastic. He really patrolled that paint well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was right place. he got to the right spot, and then he went after the basketball, and that's how you rebound. And he just got so many second chance opportunities for the already talented Eagles offense. So when you got a guy who's going to kind of get those rebounds for you and give you another shot at making another shot, that's huge.
And then on the other side for Upper Sandusky, 20 turnovers for them in the ball game tonight, and they had to put some freshmen into the mix at their guard positions against a veteran team like Colonel Crawford. I mean, they were kind of doomed for a mini disaster in a lot of ways too, Jesse. You know, this is just their second game of the year, limited preseason, so it was kind of the perfect storm for Crawford to come here on the road and deliver a big victory, and they were able to do just that.
Yeah, we heard Coach Winslow talk at halftime. You know, the two things they wanted to do is they wanted to take care of the basketball, and they wanted to rebound the basketball. Well, just because you want to do that doesn't always mean that it happens. And so when you can give a team like Colonel Crawford repeated scoring opportunities with turnovers and then letting the offensive rebounds, that makes an already good team really good, and that's what we saw tonight.
So the Eagles improved to 4-0 on the season. Upper Sandusky dropping their first game. They are now 1-1. We are still waiting for Chase Walker and Carter Valentine to come out of the locker room. So we'll take one more quick timeout. We'll be back with our co-players of the game. Those interviews coming up right after this.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
A one-stop destination with state-of-the-art facilities, our eye care professionals and surgeons are right here in Mansfield with comprehensive treatment for your eyes. Ohio Eye's expertise encompasses the entire range of visual eye diseases with emphasis on LASIK, cataract surgery with laser vision correction, glaucoma, macular degeneration, corneal transplant, and diabetic eye disease. The name you know, the quality you can see. Ohio Eye.
We are now joined by one of our co-players of the game, Chase Walker, presented by Quest Federal Credit Union. And Chase, you were a man amongst boys in the paint tonight. Just define your performance for me, and how much fun did you have out there banging bodies and doing what you did?
I didn't play very good the first half, but then I just got myself together and came out after halftime and just did my thing.
Upper Sandusky has been a team that Colonel Crawford has had trouble getting over in the past. Getting a big win like this on the road, what do you think this can do for this particular team moving forward for the rest of the season?
It's definitely going to give us a big boost, but we got to worry about it tonight, and then we got Cary Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be another big game with Cary, who I think has a nice couple of wins here to start their season. Do you feel like this is a team that is poised for kind of a conference championship? You feel like you're the front runners and the favorite in the N10 this year?
I think it's us and Cary.
No question about it. Getting to battle with the two big guys in the paint here tonight for Upper Sandusky. What type of challenge was that for you? A couple of 6'6" kids that are some pretty good athletes.
I definitely got to change up my game, and then I tried to slow down, and they just blocked every one of my shots the first half, so I just speeded up a little bit and then got around them.
Well, an impressive performance for you. Double-double, Chase Walker. Congrats on being one of our co-players of the game.
Thank you.
We'll have you hand it off now to Carter Valentine. Coming over now. 26 points for Carter. He led all scorers tonight. Such a smooth player on the perimeter. Did some nice work on the inside, too. So, Carter, thanks for joining us. One of our co-players of the game, and you had a dynamite performance offensively. Tell me about your game and how it was set up for you tonight. You knocked down some threes, you got into the lane. What did you see out there?
Definitely shout out to my teammate Mason Suter for giving me open shots all night, and definitely coming off screens. Chase a good screener so I can come off and hit open shots.
How key do you think this win is going to be for you guys moving forward? It's just your third win over Upper Sandusky since you joined the Northern 10 Conference 7 years ago. How big is this one for you?
It's definitely a big win, but I think for sure it's a test for us, especially coming up on Saturday against Cary, who is arguably one of the best teams in the league right now.
As I watch you shoot tonight, certainly you've got a good-looking jump shot. You're the type of shooter that every time that ball leaves your hands, you think it's going in?
I guess you could say that. A few times I shot it, I thought it was going in, but it was right off the back of the rim. But
yeah, great game time. You're just scoring from all over. What's your most, if you're choosing where you're shooting from, what style of shot, what are you wanting to get the most of?
Definitely probably pull-up jumper. Definitely my favorite shot. Coming off the dribble and just elevating, getting over the defender, just shooting a jumper.
Yeah, you got a very talented team. For you guys, as you look at the game tonight, you great second half, really pulled away and kind of just made it your own second half. What's an area you want to see your team kind of improve on to even go to that next level for you?
I'll probably say nothing I can really say. Probably knocking down some more shots. We're good on the boards, good defensive team, and yeah, probably just knocking down more shots for sure.
All right, well, Carter with a big offensive performance tonight and a huge win for Colonel Crawford, our co-player of the game. Thanks so much for joining us, bud.
Thank you.
All right, so Carter Valentine, Chase Walker, two big-time performances, really carried them both offensively and defensively tonight. And it'd be hard not to be impressed by Colonel Crawford and what we saw, particularly in that third and fourth quarter where they took over, Jesse. They really did.
Absolutely. It started with defense. They didn't give up. I think Upper Sandusky started the second half with 5 straight turnovers, and Colonel Crawford just started capitalizing, went on a little run. We saw Upper Sandusky kind of battle back a little bit, and then all of a sudden we just saw Colonel Crawford take over the game. They were making open shots, they're making threes, free throws, layups, dunks. They were scoring from every possible way. We saw that Colonel Crawford team score tonight.
The full arsenal on full display here tonight for the Eagles as they win it big, 70-44. They are now 4-0. Upper Sandusky dips to 1-1. They'll try to bounce back, and we'll have to keep an eye on Cade Adams, see how healthy he is moving forward. Thank you guys all for watching out there in Facebook and YouTube land, and a big thank you to our fantastic crew here tonight. We had a lot of people out here bringing you the action. Our two interns, Zach and Austin, making things happen. Travis Berardi was our sideline reporter, also switched our cameras tonight. Our director of operations, Adam Thompson, always makes us look good with the killer graphics and the switching. And then Storm Blunchley, Max Sinatra on the up top and the sideline camera. My name is Brian Skowronski for Jesse Ryder. Thank you guys for watching. We've got another live stream, actually a whole bunch of them coming up tomorrow night. Make sure you keep it locked and loaded on the OH Report all the time. We'll see you then.